Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, joined with hubby.
Okay.
And today we are going to try to make a mask or masks for when we use the hot air gun and or the torch. Now, sorry I had to turn it down top.
Not my fault.
No, you grabbed it before. Anyway, so sorry about rescheduling from yesterday. Our internet has been hell, and for the last 5 days it's been really bad. So that's why I had to reschedule. I didn't want to keep dropping. We're kind of fixed, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But if we drop, I'm not going to keep trying to schedule a live to come back to, because that's just confusing for everybody. So we'll just let it be done if it drops, and we will pick up next week. So hey Andrea, hey Three Claw,
Hey, me.
hey Sheila's, Vince, Shirley. All right, so we talked last week about using Sculpey to make masks, and because I didn't have really stable internet until this morning, I found out that Sculpey is only good heat resistant and good up to 350 degrees. After that, the PVC in the clay starts to break down, and then you've got issues. So I was scrambling, going, what in the world are we going to use if I can't use that? I tried air dry clay, and I didn't have a very good outcome. This was quick, and I should have dried it slower. But yeah, it's just not, I've got it too thick for what I want, and it just wasn't a good option. And I tried all different ones. In fact, I mean, it's staying on the popsicle stick thus far, but I don't think this is a good solution.
We don't think it'll hold up.
Yeah.
And we also are concerned about
toxic fumes.
Yeah.
So we aren't going to do this. So I was racking my brain this morning in a rush trying to figure it out.
I can use them.
Oh yeah, you can use them for painting, can't you?
Yep.
Well, here you go.
Thank you.
You can have, I mean, we could test them, but I don't know. I couldn't find if air dry Sculpey has the same issue as the kind you bake.
I mean, we could try it.
We could try it real quick, but I'm a little nervous about it. And then I ended up,
if it starts putting out fumes, we'll know.
Well, the problem is wood can put off smoke. So if it smells different, we can try it.
But you're not doing the wood.
Yeah, I've got wood pulled out so that we can test the mask to make sure it works.
Well, here's this one.
Okay, I'll get it later.
Okay.
And then I went looking at high heat silicone to use for a mask, but there's some issues with that. And then I came to aluminum foil. And as it turns out, it's thin enough, even in a couple layers. You folded this 4 layers, and this is the heavy duty kind. But then I was also thinking some cardboard inside could actually help keep its shape. So I grabbed, because the cardboard you get with the box can be too thick, I think. So I don't think that's a good choice. But then I grabbed, this is the cardboard you put behind prints for shipping to keep them from bending. And I was like, well, this is thin. I can cut it into different shapes and try that. So I'm going to try it with just aluminum foil, and then this inside the aluminum foil. That is my thinking. Whether it will work or not, we won't know till I'm done.
I am dubious about this.
Well, we can try it. We'll try it. And then I also thought of aluminum baking pans. Hey, Greg.
Yeah, you can only stay for like 10 minutes.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I did keep out some of my sculpting tools.
Fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher for what?
For you.
No, the cardboard's gonna go inside the aluminum foil. It's just
a precaution.
I got
safety first.
Rulers and triangles.
You know who you married.
I do. I got some scissors and knives, popsicle stick to burnish, and this square. So we can shape it in different ways is my thinking. So this is the piece you folded to begin with. But the thing is with this, I also want curves, and that's why I'm thinking the cardboard inside
Well, I just
to create the curves.
to see how stable it was going to be.
Yeah. It's definitely thicker than the one I tried this morning. But what I'm worried about is being able to store it so I don't have to keep making a mess every time. Yeah. I'm going to fold it in half. And I think, let's try a curve. Let's try the curve and see. I'm going to bend it a little. I need to be able to have hand room to hold it. I also need to bend it enough. So let's see. And it also needs to be smooth on the edges in order to keep it the shape I want on the wood. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to burnish it. That's why I kept the specific tools out that I had. So I'm going to have to try to burnish it. Luckily, aluminum foil does pretty good.
Kathy's here.
Hey, Kathy! So I'm going to take this stick and I'm going to burnish it and hopefully not tear any of the foil. In theory. Because I do need it to be smooth on the edge, or I get jagged areas. Let's try it this way. See, this side looks smoother. So let's see how much smoothness I can get. Maybe bend this way a little bit. And hopefully I'll be able to pull out the inside circle, half circle. And then I do have, you know, that poplar that I did the dragon on, the Skyrim dragon that I don't like burning on? I have a couple of sheets of that to test. I didn't want to use any good wood to test how this would go. Smoothing it out. I also grabbed my heat-resistant glove for the curling iron in case I have to hold it pretty close. Now can we wiggle this out without losing our shape? We did. So now let's do a quick try just to see if the aluminum foil actually works. The thing is right now it is...
What are you burning on?
I've got this poplar that I don't like. So I figured. And right now I'm just going to use...
No.
See, the thing is it's up too high there. Can I get it flat here? I can. This is all my brain trying to think it through as we're doing this, since Sculpey won't work. Alright, let's see here. I'm just going to grab the torch because it's something I can do very quickly. I'm going to have the glove close by in case I need it. Maybe not there. Let's see. Oh, why is it so light on the camera? It's so dark. Let me try. So sorry. It's so... Yeah, work with me, lights. Work with me. I'm going to very quickly try to lighten it up. Oh, not that far. Alrighty. Kind of. Alright. start. Is it on? Yes. Let's see here. See, I need to have it pushed down, so I'm going to have to watch. See, and that's where the problem's going to be.
Carmen's here.
Hey, Carmen.
She had an autocorrect thing. It's funny. She said, hello, erroneous.
Erroneous.
I am erroneous, Carmen. I know this. That's why I'm the hubcap.
And see, the thing is, the further the mask is away from the wood. Okay, so that's what I need to do. I need to angle down. The further away from the wood it is, raised up, the more of a soft line you're going to get.
Yep. The same concept as in airbrushing, actually.
Now, here's the thing, though. So we're talking about using the aluminum foil, and I just thought about it. With the heat, hot air gun, it is going to blow it around.
Yes.
So how do we resolve that?
What do you mean?
Because this, watch, well, let's just do it. Let's just do it. But I am going to need my glove for this one. Let's just do it so I can try to work it out. Let's kind of turn it. See, I don't want it, I want it to be flat. Do I need to make, and it is warm from the torch. Do I need to make like a handle that allows me to push it, to angle it down more?
Well, I think something to... Yeah. 'Cause I don't know how hot that air gets.
It depends on what I set it on.
But if you're pushing the air towards your hand, it's gonna heat up. Spence says, put a rock on it.
That may have to be a...
It's not a bad idea, Spence.
Yeah. Alright. I'm at 425. And see, my hand is shaking, so I'm not going to get a perfect line there. Let's take my hand off, hold it down like this. Got to be careful.
If you want something to put on it, I have this little ceramic jar here.
Well, I
It
have...
has some weight.
See that? The air... That was not as smooth. I'm lowering the heat. I have... Oh, sorry, I'm funny. Duh. This is the ceramic piece I was looking for that you made me, but it's thick, and that's but see that I can just put it down. I can just put it down. Granted, you gotta remember I burn upright. I need to probably draw a line because the line is going to be where I'm trying to burn. And that might be easier to gauge. Am I on camera? I'm making sure I'm on camera.
You're on camera.
I am having to take longer.
So because it's a thicker piece, you're kind of using an angle. You're going in at it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a rough edge.
I'll pull it up right here. I'll go straight up and down.
Yeah. If you can go straight up and down,
okay.
or even away, so that the heat hits the mask first. If that makes sense. If you can angle it. Yeah.
All right.
And then you
Let's see. That's me going under it, and that's going away from it.
Yeah.
You see, that's real thick right there. Let me see. I definitely think I need to draw a line. It'll be easier to gauge. You see, because this is ceramic, I can touch it. I'm trying to keep it upright. My brain wants to angle it to the right. My hand to the right. Okay. Alright. Rethinking. Now this is going to be hot. Now, I don't think the straight line...
Glass works fine, Spence.
Yeah, and I've got my piece of glass that I use to burn with. That's not a problem. Alright, so I got a piece of cardboard. Trying to get a straight line. Take that off. Straight line. Alright.
Yeah, in fact, Spence, if you ever got like a broken window or something breaks.
Picture frame.
Picture frame, whatever.
The glass in the picture frame.
And you get all those shards of glass.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually save those because they have a lot of different curves and angles and things like that. And just tape up one end so that you're not cutting yourself. And then
Like that.
you have a little handle, and they work really excellent for curves and lines and things like that. I don't generally have to do that because I can cut my masks because I don't have to worry about them.
But we can't use those.
Fireproof, but because I airbrush, but you do.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I was panicking. See, now it actually lays down more with the cardboard. Now, granted, I don't have it like curved, but maybe I have to cut.
I think you'd have to cut the shape out of.
Yeah, and that's what I was also thinking. And then I can form the foil. Alright, I'm going to grab the... Oh shoot, I've already got it. I probably should have used a bigger tip. Alright, so... Try number 3, straight line. Now, what I'm wondering also is, will the aluminum foil conduct the heat on the back side? Meaning the underneath as it heats up?
Don't know.
Because if it does that, then it doesn't do us any good. You know what I mean?
I think that you get the line you want, but my only real concern about this is because the cardboard is inside, is it will take quite a bit of heat for it to ignite, but I think if you keep using it, it'll char on the inside.
Oh, I'm going to pull it out so we can see it. I didn't get a very good line. Alright, so let's try the torch.
And I think with the torch you're going to get better. That's actually, it doesn't look bad.
But for what I want.
The thing with airbrush or torches in this case is that it's hard to work small with them. So you're going to get better results if you're working larger.
Go this way. Kind of stay over the...
Yep, like that.
Well, that was better. Alright,
Yeah.
that's because I held it there pretty good. Let's check the cardboard. I feel like the cardboard gives better stability, and we can see a little bit of just warping, but not.
Is this the?
That's the end.
Is that the part that was supposed
Yes.
to heat?
Yep.
It insulated it pretty good. I would say as long as you're careful and like you have a place to put your masks, like you have that tray off to the side.
No, the foil's not hot anymore. That's cool.
The foil is really good at can't think of the word right now, but basically
Heat release.
Yeah, it's really good at dispersing heat. Because like if you think about it,
I haven't put fuel in this in a while.
If you cook baked potatoes like over the barbecue, that's a really hot temperature. Those open flames, like super hot. And
Okay, I'm gonna use this torch.
When the foil is in the potato is in the foil, it's hard to handle because it's super hot. But as soon as you take the foil off, like within seconds, you can handle the foil, no problem. It's
That is an empty can of fuel. Shoot fire. Where is my big can?
I don't know.
It's right here. It's right there. Alright, and this is the fuel that I use in my torches.
Spence says you can angle the cardboard up, keeping just the edge on the wood. And yeah, that's how I would use a mask, actually. Like that.
What do you mean angle it up? You mean like?
Yeah, like angle it.
Yeah, I meant to do that, but I didn't.
Well,
so we'll try it.
We're experimenting.
Yep.
By the way, just so you know, Morgan.
Don't push back.
Morgan is in between two of your wheels.
I gotta let that sit for a minute.
There's a lot of different things you could use, though, especially if you're working on a level surface. You could use glasses. Your kitchen glasses. You could just
ceramic
whatever
glass.
Um,
I'm trying to make it the easiest possible so people don't have to buy a bunch of stuff. They have common.
I think tinfoil is like, I believe this will work.
I need to switch the tip. I think it's. Come on, cool off. I'm gonna switch this tip because it's pretty small.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go up one size. I just can't turn off the. And I think we might use the angle one. That might help me.
That might help you get the angle that you need.
Yeah. Come on, cool off. Yeah, slow down. It's almost there. I have to let this warm up a little bit. So it cuts off at 100, and we're at 107. Come on, tease me. Thank you. Sheesh. It was like 100, 101, 100, 101. Like it was trying to decide if it wanted to turn off. Alright, where is my screwdriver? There it is.
We're buffering.
I hear you.
We're still broadcasting. It hasn't stopped yet. I'm still getting a feed.
There we go.
Okay.
Is it starting?
Well,
You have to have this.
if it was starting, we would already be off the air.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I've switched over to a bigger tip. And we're going to try to do the angle up that I know better. I should have done. And my brain did not think about it. So this is angling up, which is actually going to, in theory, push the heat away from my hand. Now that I'm not feeling anything right now.
I didn't think you would.
Meaning it's not blowing
Right.
close to my hand. A little straighter line. On some level, my brain's like, watch where you put things and you can make it an abstract piece when you're done. Alright. Hold it steady.
Kathy's got to go.
Bye, Kathy. I hope you're
Thank you,
feeling
Kathy.
better. How's Sheila doing?
You doing?
See, I got some line there, but then I shook. So we got to figure that out. How?
Well, that, from the airbrushing side, that's a matter of just like practice and control. I mean, you're doing something you're not used to doing. So. You kind of like just.
No, that was better.
When you get the piece in place where you need it, you just kind of lock in and
Push down.
just
up
focus
and
on
down.
keeping it in, steady.
Alright, the line's getting better.
Yeah, that looks good. That's getting better.
There we go. There we go. Yay! Finally. Let's try the torch real quick. I felt no heat.
Yeah.
Coming back at my hand.
So the torch, I predict, is going to give you an even cleaner and harder line.
Yeah.
Because you're getting, I mean, it's more direct heat, I think. It's more intense.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Shoot, gotta move the camera so you guys can see better. Why are we angled this way? There we go. Maybe this will not make people feel like they're off kilter. Alright, let's try it again. Right here. Look at that. Alrighty. So now, let's check the cardboard real quick, just so we know. That's only warm. That's not even.
Well, that's good, and that's what I was.
And that's the cardboard.
And that's what I was hoping.
Look,
So
that's the cardboard.
this is the edge.
Yep.
So it's you can't really feel anything.
No.
You can feel it's warmer than,
Well, yeah, but it's not like.
but it's not hot.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you are careful and you understand that, it seems counterintuitive, but I mean you are insulating it with foil.
Yeah.
So
And that's why.
I would,
Alright, let's
I would
try.
still say our recommendation is if you're going to do this, anything you're doing with a torch or hot air, you should have some kind of fire extinguisher present and probably a safe place to put anything that might burst into flames. But I feel like that's common procedures and practices
And
for
burning
any
anyway.
time that you're doing something with heat or fire. So
I wonder. I don't know if cardstock would handle it.
I don't know, but I think that what you're doing is good. So you could, in fact, you could cut that cardboard into any shape
That's what I'm.
that you want,
Yep.
and then you could just coat it with foil.
Cover it with the foil. Yep, that is my goal. I'm gonna flip this so I can. All right. So I'm gonna use white so it's easier for me to see. But I do want some accurate curves. So what I'm gonna do.
I wouldn't be so precise. I would just cut some curves. 'cause
Well,
we're in
I'm
testing
going to,
phase.
but I also want some more, less organic and more. Let's see here. Now I may have
Just-
to.
Can I have a card?
Sure. You got pencil, right?
I'm gonna do mine.
Yeah,
I'm
do
gonna
yours.
do one too,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
and then we can...
He wants to try to convince me his brain is better.
It's not better.
That's what you're
I
doing.
just think that you're overthinking it. Tell me I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong.
Of course you do.
See, easy to cut, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm actually going to try a couple of curves. Turn that off. Let's see here. So I just need to like find things that are circular. Oh, look at that. Now I'm curious if I can make like cutouts of circles to use as well.
What do you mean? You mean like a whole circle?
Yeah. A whole circle. I'm doing...
Can I have the box of flour, please?
Mm-hmm.
At your convenience, whenever. There you go.
Well, alright. I'm trying to get different shapes on one. But I don't think either one of us are wrong. I think all kinds of shapes are... That's not straight. Let's put this straight. Hopefully the board's straight. That's what I'm using. Alright. Because these are thin. Actually, this isn't much thicker than cardstock. It really isn't.
No.
I wonder if I could pull out a piece of cardstock and we try that too. You're watching the inner workings of my brain. Live.
Disclaimer.
I don't know that they wanted to see that.
You need a disclaimer.
Yeah, I do need a disclaimer. Don't judge the brain.
If you're the brain, it makes me pinky. Sounds about right.
Trying to get it even as I can. But I'm having no problems with these scissors. These scissors came in a Smart Art box. I think it was to cut the rubber of stamps. Let's see. Turn this down. Do some more trimming. I'm just trying to think of different shapes. Don't cut my arm. I do have a cutting mat. I just forgot to pull it out. Looks like the cardboard does better with scissors than a knife. But I'm trying to keep the edge right here straight. Trim it up. Clean it up. And I think I got these for to ship out. Well, I know what I bought it for. I think I got these this pack for like $10, and there's this much in there, so it'll last for a long time. All right, let's see here. We got 3 different shapes. I wonder. See, the outie is important, but so is the innie. And I'm also trying to figure out where to place it to keep, let's see here, probably easier to cut out on this side. This excess out. See if I could fold the cardboard, which I can, but I don't want to mess up my other edges. I just made those slits so it was easier to bend the scissors around without messing up my edge. Everybody's like, come on, get on with it. Wrap it. See, that's not.
You thought you were turning it for Pyrography.
No. We discussed it last week.
It's
that we
arts
were gonna.
and crafts.
Well, this is an arts and crafts to help us with our burning. All right, so I got different shapes. I'm just gonna do that because we could be here all day with me making all kinds of shapes. Aluminum foil, please.
Okay.
Pretty please. Oh, he's gonna tell me how
I
much I can have.
I need this.
Oh, I thought you were doing
I'm not
it.
going to tell you how much you need. Are you serious? You think I'd make that mistake? One
I'll
does
put
not
this over
tell
here for
Valarie
you.
to do things.
You don't say.
No, I don't.
I'm put my hair up because it's just, I'm sitting on it. Alrighty. Alrighty. So I do know I'm going to have to trim some areas. No, I need to leave room. I'm going to put this in the middle. I need to leave room in order to have enough foil to shape with. Got that. Okay. We shall start. Now I think I am going to have to cut the foil in order. Look at my. I guess I could tear it too. No, I don't want to go in that direction. Go in this direction. Go in this direction. Go in this direction. Alright, now go back in that direction. Yes, you are hearing my inner monologue, and I just remember that. I realized that. Hey, Burl. Let's see here. Could you angle? Yeah. Okay.
We're not.
She's still sore.
We're not too far behind there.
All right. All right. So I wanted to grab this. Ooh, those are sharp scissors. Watch where you put it. In order to shape the foil. But you could do this. See, that leaves a gap there, right there. Thinking hurts. Work this out. Because I need it as smooth as I can get, because any aluminum foil sticking out is going to change the shape of the cutout. Fold it like a package. There's my straight line. See, I'd like to have multiple shapes so I don't have to have as many masks. Like you, I just like move it around for where I need it. That's what I would like. But I may have to be realistic in this. That may not be an option.
So what you could do, right? What you could do is you could take like a pie tin, like that pan that you got to your right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's thick enough. You could just cut that.
And that's what I was thinking
into
too.
different shapes, and you wouldn't have to worry about cardboard or foil wrapping. You would just.
See, I don't know that I can get in there.
You just deal.
That may be too complicated of a shape right there to see, I have exposed cardboard right there. I'm going to have to attach a piece, and I don't feel the shape is the right shape. Is yours done? Because I'll just try yours instead of
It's almost done.
watching me fumble with this. Although fumble is normal.
I gotta straighten up the edge here.
Yeah, I think this shape, I may have just, that may be too detailed of a shape. To, I guess we don't know until we try, right? So I'm going to try to cut this at a bit of an angle on both sides. Because there is a little excess foil, but I kind of need that foil. I shouldn't have gone like that. Shoot. Damn it. Now I have exposed cardboard. So what I can do, so I don't have so much extra. They're like, what the hell did we get into?
Here.
Thought we were playing with clay. Alright, so this is the one you made, which has useful shapes. I would definitely say that.
Okay.
What about this right here? What is that right here?
What? Here,
Is that just a hang off?
Yeah, that's just a hang off.
Oh.
That's not an edge. That's
That's what I
the
was
curved
thinking.
edges are the ones that you'd be using.
Alright, put that down for a minute. See if I can. I'm gonna have to actually put other pieces of foil that's so I can use these extra pieces to fill in. See, that made it fold better. I think I get more of the shape right there, kind of. And then I'm gonna have to put the extra foil to protect. The edges. Alright, so I need that kind of smooth. Do that in. So is this good TV? Live TV? Valarie makes fool of herself playing with foil?
It's something.
It's something. Should I make an aluminum hat?
Yeah, that was my first instinct.
Stay in there. Stay in there. I'm gonna fold you.
We gotta attract a whole new demographic.
We should have made this ASMR. Did somebody fall?
No. One of the dogs just woke up suddenly. They're like, what is going on?
See, that piece isn't staying on. How did you...
Huh?
Well, I was hoping...
Why are you taking it apart?
I'm not taking it apart.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to fix it. Gosh.
Fix it. It wasn't broken.
I'm not touching yours.
Oh. Oh, you're doing yours.
I'm doing mine.
Oh, okay.
I didn't touch yours. Gee whiz. Big meanie. I wasn't doing it.
Not a big
before.
meanie.
Oh, okay.
You're the big meanie.
You're the big meanie. Alright, so I'm trying to overlap some foil just to hold the one piece in place. Look like it worked. Because I can't tape it. The tape won't take the heat. So we have to be careful. And I'm trying not to break any foil. Trying to keep my shape. Alright, let's put this. I got this to cover. I don't think I need, well...
Here, there's also this. This
What
is
is
just
this?
some...
Oh, straight edge?
Some angles.
No, that works good, I think. Thank you. I think my biggest thing is curves. I really do. I'm doing a bigger piece.
Well, I think that if you were able to cut up, like I said, if you're able to cut up some, like, pie plates, look at them.
Well,
I think
I'm
they're
going
thick
to.
enough.
We're going to do that before.
I think they're thick enough
Leave.
to do. Well, we're already 46 minutes into this. Are you guys having a good time?
No, they're screaming, going,
valid
"Don't
question.
do it that way."
It's a valid question.
It is that.
If you guys have ideas of how this could be done better,
Please, voice, please,
you know,
please.
just like chime in.
No answer is wrong.
You might not have noticed this because we're experts and professionals, but
I've never had to do this.
We're kind of
before.
winging this.
Yeah, I've never had to do this before.
Actually, I have more experience than Valarie
You
because I use these devices, but I've never had to wrap them in foil. So.
But we need heat resistant.
Right.
And we can't use plastic. Oh, shoot.
We're also qualified now. We're also.
Do you have a piece of foil?
Yeah.
Just tear off that little piece right there. That's all I need. That little piece.
Okay. All right. So we're also getting qualified to protect satellites from solar radiation.
Okay.
So we can work for NASA after this.
We can, huh?
Yep. Time to send in your resume.
Let's see here.
I'll be back. I'm going to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm looking at this.
I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it. I'm trying to cover the cardboard that was exposed when I pull that up. And then I'm tucking it away in the hopes of it don't go nowhere. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, Carmen. That sucks. It always sucks to be sick. Alright. I don't think I got this as a really smooth curve. So either I have to be okay with that, or I have to figure out a better way to do it. My two options. Riveting TV. Alrighty. So let's test it. I think I don't think I need this much. I think we can go ahead and I think it's too much. I think I have it locked in place. So if I go this way, the cardboard is a little bit exposed to the heat. If I put it this way, not so much. We can try both ways. All right, let's see our shapes. And I'm wondering if using the torch to get close to your graphite lines, in fact, I need to draw a line, but not exactly as the one. If the torch is a better choice for getting up close to your lines and then using the heat gun to fill in after you've already gotten close to your lines. I'm wondering if that is a better choice. I think you might have a little bit more control with the torch. It's also smaller, quicker. So let's see how close I can get to the shape of this. Alright. And then I'll quickly do a shape with the pipe hand. Unless you want to go ahead and cut it, then go ahead.
I'll do it.
Okay. You might have to flatten it out. There we go.
I will.
Alrighty.
I understand the assignment.
So I'm trying to get close to that pencil line that I drew. Move my hand back to see it's coming up. I think there's too much.
lots of noise.
Sorry. I don't think my shape is as close as I'd like. See? And I can feel heat there. But I can't. Alright, let's try it. Let's flip it. I think there might be too much. That is still hot and going. I think there might be like too much aluminum foil. And it needs to be flatter. Definitely a practice thing. Slow down my stroke. Okay, not so much. On mine, let's try your straight edge. But we've tried straight edges and we know.
Well, straight edges are fine.
Yeah.
We know they work.
Again, practice. Let's see if I go away from me. I could feel more heat.
Yeah.
From this angle. Oh, duh! We were angling down. I'm a dork. Got a corner there, but see now it's bent. So I can only have those straight edges. Let's check this. This is funky shapes. So angle. You see, the problem is this is harder to angle. Like holding it up.
Yeah.
Maybe the pie. That wasn't too bad. Let's try the any. So if we were filling in an area of this shape. Oh, that worked pretty good. Your any worked pretty good.
Well, that's good.
Let's try your outie.
Those inner shapes definitely generally work pretty good because when you're airbrushing anyway, the
That wasn't
spray
too
is more
bad.
intense there
Yeah,
because of the
that wasn't too bad. Alright, let's try my any. And am I saying it on purpose that way? Yes,
yeah,
I
for sure.
am.
Yes, you are. Anybody who's known you for like 15 minutes should know that. So.
Okay, my any works. Let's try this shape. The one I fought with. But see, it's lifting up from the wood. So, angle it away. Let's see if we got this shape. Yeah, we actually did kind of get the shape. Okay. Okay. While we're here, I didn't get a good edge. Yep, that works too. I think the torch is going to be the best bet to get close.
It's not perfect.
Okay, so this is the baking tin.
It's really not that much, but I know that they have thicker ones.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking with like thicker ones and maybe an X-Acto knife or something, you can get like do a better job with the cutting. That's what I think.
Here you go.
Okay.
Do you have any left?
Oh, I think
There's
so.
another pan.
I'll use this.
Love, down there in that box.
I know, I see it. I'd rather just use what we got.
Collector knife. Alright, let's try this real quick. Alright, now I know we can bend this a little bit more. But I feel shaky. So if I hold it down, how close can I get my hand? without burning myself. Oh, look at that. This actually might be a much better choice.
Pie pan?
Yep. Especially if you got the thicker baking pan.
It's less work.
It's less work. You cut out the shapes you need. Let's see here. I almost think you get a more accurate.
Well, it's thinner, so it's going to be accurate. More
Sorry,
accurate.
guys. What we're going to do real quick is I am going to take my pencil and I am going. How much room do I have on this side? No. I am going to draw some shapes. And see how much I can mask around them with just this one. And it's nice and cool. Not an issue touching it. This, I think, is going to end up being our best choice. Hey. No cranky butts. We're not playing in here. Let's see. Let's find our first shape we want to do. And so I do that freehand, so I don't know what's going to work with what. No, that's just about. There we go. Different sound. So let's see. How close I can get with just the shapes made from this one mask. And that's the beauty of masks, you just move them around.
So, this is just a tester.
Okay.
But,
I have a cross there.
It's not as pretty. I would just hold on to it wherever you're furthest away from the flame.
Okay.
It's ready. It's over here.
Well, I'm trying to see if I can do just this one.
Because ultimately, that's what you're doing. You're trying to match
Shapes.
Trying to match the shapes as closely as possible.
Watch my fingers! Watch my fingers!
I should be doing that. That way, the chat could resume their betting on whether I'm going to burn myself.
Look at that. So just this, I'm trying to just stick with the one. But of course you can make them for whatever you need. It definitely needs to be a thicker one. Pan, I think.
I would think the turkey ones, like for
Yeah.
turkeys, because they're a thicker gauge metal.
Oh, what about lasagna? The lasagna pans too.
Yeah, lasagna pans too.
Yeah.
So I would think that, and then a nice, good pair of shears or a X-Acto knife, or a, cutting your shapes out very carefully. And I think that you'd be able to do really good.
Oop, I shouldn't have gone.
Because when I use masks, I tend to use thin ones like that. They're made out of acetate or very thin plastic. Plastic.
Plastic.
I use Frisket anymore because it's not that durable, and like as long as it's like cardstock thickness, it's easier to work with. But doing just like you're doing.
Look
right
at that.
That is exactly the technique that I use airbrushing. So,
look at that.
I think that's the answer. So we went through all this like wrapping and stuff, but it's just
we learned.
cut up a pie pan.
Yep, cut up a pie pan.
Or a lasagna pan and get the shapes you want. It's not flammable. I think
food grade safe, so
insulates.
hopefully it's not putting any toxic fumes off, which I was worried about that.
It insulates well, so you're not burning yourself.
Yep. I'm wearing no glove for this.
Yeah, I think that's
I did some.
good thing. Although I would say, if you're going to use this as a technique and be using it often, I would say having a glove on your non-tool hand is not a bad idea.
I'm not feeling heat, but you're right.
Because eventually, because I can't.
At some point, you're gonna burn yourself.
Because when I paint for hours and hours, I have paint on my hand that holds the mask, and so if you think about that in terms of heat.
See, and I could touch the mask. No heat. No heat.
At some point, I've painted myself by accident. And I think that if you accidentally paint yourself with a heat gun,
you're going to feel it.
It's not going to be as
I got little
easy.
hands.
Hey.
I think if I don't go back and forth, if...
Your suggestion is 5 comments up, Spence. Small strips slightly overlapping in this corner around corner areas, and then add a big piece. That's kind of what I did, Spence, on mine.
I think he was talking about me moving all over the place.
Well, I think he's talking about covering the mask, but I think that just using the thicker gauge pie tin.
Yeah, I like it better.
And cutting it into the shapes you need is probably going to be the answer. It's probably going to be the easier, simpler answer. The simplest is usually the easiest, you know?
Yeah, I'm liking this better than the aluminum foil.
Yeah.
I feel I'm getting...
You're gonna get harder lines.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have more control. See, look at that line. That's like super good.
And I am going closer to my hand because I have the glove, but...
Well, I would say that...
Just be careful.
I would say that investing in a nice set of Nomex gloves would be helpful.
Well, these gloves I just got with my curling iron.
Oh, those are heat resistant?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because the Nomex gloves will actually... They insulate somewhat, but they won't catch on fire. They're what air crews wear. Actually, I need to get a couple new sets of them because I really like those gloves for like everyday stuff too.
And then you can just continue burning. You can use the hot air to do it.
So when you're using a mask like that, like you can leave the mask down and it gives you some leeway where you don't have to be as precise because you're using the mask for your precision. Yeah,
but what I did is I drew that line and it was using your shapes.
Gotcha.
To match it.
And those shapes that I used on there, those are like standard ones that I use because they're useful for a lot of different things, like feathers and like the one that you're working on right now is like these like those really sharp.
Did you do
corners.
that on purpose, or is that just for the foil?
No, that's just part of the foil. But you could use it.
Yeah, it's usable.
Because if you tear jagged lines, it makes like really nice like horizon lines for things.
I do think, and see, I could actually fold this up.
That's what I was
to hold
too. Yeah.
And hopefully push this down.
I would just like hold it furthest away from where you're working. But that one there will give you like those sharp angles that you can't normally get. And a good collection, like Valarie said, of positive and negative shapes is really useful because if you're doing a positive shape, you're gonna need the negative shape probably too. So Spence has to go.
Bye, Spence. We're almost done too. Come on, light up. Why are we having issues?
And I guess as a side benefit, if you learned how to do this with a heat gun, you probably will be...
It probably needs to cool down.
You will know how to airbrush.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and check to see.
Are you going to use the heat gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to check it real quick. Pie pan, the baking sheets are definitely the way to go in the scheme of all this mess we just made.
Right.
Let's see. You saw how... See, the air heat gun takes longer.
Yeah.
And I can feel it where my finger's at.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
That's a nice tight line.
I gotta hold it. I'm trying. I'm trying to get this tight, but on the inside I can't. I can't get it pushed down enough without my finger being closer.
Right. And that's like where you need, like I said, that one was just a test.
I mean, that's a good line, but it's on the edge. If I'm trying to get in here,
You have to really make sure to put the stream of heat away from your fingers for sure.
I don't feel it right now. But see, this is more soft.
Yeah.
But I am gonna check.
But it is a harder circle than what you get with just.
I want to see if I can blend this line out from the torch. Let's see.
Looks like it.
If I get too close, then it goes over into the area I don't want burned.
Right.
So this is where I went further out with the torch. I'm at 100.
Well, and this is where
Or 500, I'm sorry.
This is where you can also continue to work with a mask when you're blending, and that way you're absolutely sure.
Yeah, because it overheated.
That
I don't want that.
That you wouldn't be getting anything in
I
that area.
don't want that. Yeah, I can feel on my 3 upper fingers. I can feel the heat.
Well, Carmen has to go too.
Yeah, I
Mary
saw
had
it.
been gone.
You're in the
Sorry.
kitchen.
I was working.
You're working. See if it is up. We'll see what kind of line if I angle it out. See, I get the overspray basically of the heat.
Yeah.
Whereas I have more control with the torch.
Yeah.
Let's see if I get real close.
Well, not like with the torch, it's more intense heat, and so you're able to.
Okay, let's try that again. I'm like real close.
That's probably where you're gonna get your best results. It's getting really close. The more intense heat, and the less time, the harder line that you get.
Well, that was better.
Yeah, and again, it's also a matter of technique. Like.
Yeah, you gotta practice.
Yep.
I'm really close. But I'm still not touching it. I'm just checking this line. Well, I got some good, I got some bad.
Then you have the facts of life.
Yes. Yes, that's what popped in my head as I was saying it. Let's try this one. See, I got a little. It's definitely practice. It'd be easier for you to do because you're already an airbrush artist, but we don't tend to.
It is your show.
I have to make sure I don't go back and forth because then I'm kind of. I need to go with the direction of the mask.
Yeah, and there's like so many effects that you can do, like scales and different textures.
Oh, I have a question. Question.
Huh.
Do we have another piece of the pie?
We do not. Why?
Because I wanted to see. I don't want to do it to this one because I can use this one. We don't have any.
No. But what do you want?
I guess I could do it here.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I got like different holes cut in mine.
Oh shoot, that's right on the sticker.
Oh.
You need to take that sticker off. It ain't gonna be heat resistant.
Oh, are you doing like spots?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, that is something you can do.
Well, that's what I want to find out.
No, you can. Totally.
Well, I'm gonna find out.
You need to find out.
Come
It's
on.
gonna happen.
Turn it. Why?
The sticker's gonna smoke though.
I know. There it is. There it is. Let's see. Am I in a clear area? I am. Oops. I was also stabbing that. Alright. Just make sure it's hot enough. Because I can't see.
Yeah, you just have to kind of take it on faith that it's going to happen.
If you see smoke, it is the sticker. I'll live with it.
I say smoke.
Woohoo!
So that's cool.
That worked.
So yeah, that's this technique of masking and with the heat, it opens up a huge array of different things that you can do. So
I can get the wood freckles.
yeah, so like if you're doing like, I don't know, cheetahs or leopards or
Yeah, flowers.
flowers,
And it's keeping the shape. I'm looking to see if it distorts.
what
Like the further away I am or how quick it seems to still say.
yeah, because it heat's so intense, it's going to register really quickly, I think. So
Look at that. The wood has freckles.
So, and you can do that with, like, you can have different cutouts and shapes, and then you can overlap them, and you can make things like bark, rocks.
Yeah, I love that one in one spot longer. Intentionally to make a bigger circle.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do.
See, it made a bigger. Alright. Can we cut a circle?
Well, we know we can. Just remember you got that sticker back there.
Yeah. But cutting it requires, well, I want a perfect circle, not.
You know, there's.
Where's the,
I'm trying to think. There's some tools for that. For cutting tools and leather and stuff like that. And like different punches and things. Like you could use that with foil.
yeah, you could do that. But
How much longer were you going?
I just want to check this one thing. Just want to check this one.
Oh, that's smart.
I try sometimes.
Yes, what you're doing is correct.
Come on, turn. I need a good circle.
You know the eraser shields?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I have
Those
one.
would probably hold up fine, and they have circles.
I know. I'm trying to see where I put it. It's somewhere around here. I don't know if it's on my.
Well, we know hypothetically it works.
Not a perfect circle.
Well, you could save that too.
That's why I put it down. Alrighty. And I need to flatten. Oops, looks like I went into my stabbing circles. Alright. Save that, look at that. Keep coming.
I should also mention too that you can combine multiple masks to do like combination shapes and things like
Yeah.
that. So
Come on. Why?
so if you wanted to do like an eclipsed,
Yeah, I'm gonna try it with the.
then you could put the smaller circle in, and you could offset it so that you get that nice partial
on.
curve.
Right now I'm just getting gas. There it is. Yeah, definitely remove your stickers.
Don't do what Valarie does.
No, don't do what I do. Learn my screw-ups and then do it better.
Yeah, so if you were to leave that on there and shade it like a sphere, it it would actually come out pretty neat.
I would do a better cutting of the circle.
Well, of course you would.
For the one. See, with the torch, I do have some control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking it. Don't know if I like this circle as much. I'd have to, I think, cut it out better.
Yeah. But I mean, it has its applications. And
Yeah, it would be usable for things.
because those are a set of curves. And sometimes you need that set.
It works.
Yep.
I say baking pan
Baking pan
is
definitely.
the best.
Yep. Now, you could also use, I was thinking about this too, if you drink
Oh, shit.
soda cans. What's the
I
matter?
think I might have gone almost all the way through the wood with my, no. It looked like I had gone through the wood.
You can get like soda cans, like Coke cans, and you can cut off the tops and the bottoms, and
Recycle those.
flatten it. And
Those would be good.
that metal is actually really good for stuff like this.
You
I
probably
think.
need a tin snip for that.
No, scissors will cut them.
Scissors will
You
do
just need to. It would be like a set of scissors that you use to cut things like donuts with.
it.
So that you didn't care about, but scissors cut it just fine.
I'm just checking the air dry clay. I don't like the smell, but this is poplar.
Well, I can smell it.
I'm gonna say no to the air dry clay. Here, just don't touch the top. I'm gonna say no to that.
It's a weird smell.
It is. I was
Smells like-
hoping.
it smells like.
But are you sure it's not the poplar?
It smells like gym.
Smell the poplar.
It smells like gym class.
Ew.
No, this poplar smells fine.
Because I don't like the smell of this wood
Burnt
either.
rubber.
Alrighty.
I keep smelling it. I'm like, what does it smell like?
This is a ragged piece of aluminum
It
foil
actually
from tearing off.
stayed pretty cool though.
It did.
Huh.
But I don't like the smell. So.
Yeah. Well, I think the metal is probably safer and a better bet.
So this is just a jagged piece, tear off,
Yeah.
and it moved.
I think what's interesting about doing this with heat, though, is that you have an advantage that you don't have with airbrush, and that is that the heat, because with the airbrush you're blowing it around 20 to 15 to 30 psi, and so you have to have a stable mask. But with heat, I mean, you're holding it with tweezers, but it's not going to blow all over the place.
Well, it did. That's why I'm holding it with tweezers.
Oh, still though, nice line.
See, watch. It's fine to do the straight edge, but then as I go around
you're
the
getting
curve,
some movement, but not like you would normally. So, I mean, there's an advantage there too. So,
oh,
pretty cool.
I'd say as long as you have something to hold down, if there's a aluminum piece that you like the shape of, that'll work. You can use it. Just I'd get long tweezers. These are the ones that came with the heat gun. But I think I'd get longer tweezers just to ensure your hands are safe.
Yeah. So if you're going to use this technique, then yes, I would definitely have fire extinguisher, a place to put hot materials like a cookie sheet or something.
Yeah.
That you're not afraid to put something hot on. That's not going to burn, or catch on fire. And then some sort of heat-resistant gloves would be, I think, a good investment.
Yeah.
Non-flammable.
They're like really cheap. I will have to go get some links. Wasn't sure if I was going to need them, so yeah. I didn't link anything because I was trying to stay within the realm of aluminum foil.
Right.
Which with the baking dish we did.
Yeah.
Baking, not bacon, baking. And I think these, especially, make sure you get the thicker ones. So the turkey trays or the lasagna trays, I think this was like a brownie tray. Mm-hmm. So it is thinner. Mm-hmm. So I would say get like one of each. Or meaning a brownie and a turkey and or a lasagna, just so you have two different thicknesses. And you can cut out all kinds of stuff.
And if you got soda cans, you're already set for beer cans.
Yeah, beer cans, soda cans.
Cut the tops and bottoms off, and then
we don't have any.
Cut them down the side, and then flatten them out, and remove the jagged edges, and then cut out the designs that you need.
Yep.
And then you should be good to go.
And you can save them, so you don't have to throw these away.
And
you're actually upcycling something. You could cook with it, throw it in the dishwasher, clean it really good, and then cut it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also, I was just thinking about this for a soda can too. You could actually use an unaltered can and use the circles.
Yep.
From that. You could press it down on the surface and then burn around that.
Oh, on the lid, the opening?
Well, on the bottom too. The opening side, as long as you remove the pull tab, you'd be able to get it flat. You'd have a much harder circle. But your bottom side, if you burn at an angle, you would still get that circle. It might not be as it's heavy, and it'd be a slightly different diameter too.
Yeah. So we just learned that aluminum foil for burning with a torch is our friend.
And also, if anybody from NASA is watching, we're also available if you need somebody to wrap a satellite in tinfoil. So.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'd be using. Let's see. Can I straighten it so people can see? Hey, you know what we got away with today?
What?
Smell-o-vision.
No.
It didn't happen.
It happened before you came in the studio.
You?
No, not me. The dogs. That's the first thing they did when they came in here. It's like, smells nice. Let's fix that. And then you came in later because I was here, getting set up.
Yeah. All right. If we don't have any other questions, I think we figured it out. Well, took some testing to figure it out, but I think we figured it out. I think I'm happy with the end result. And we don't have to mess with any clay. We don't have to worry about anything toxic, which is our biggest goal.
Pearl says shades of Tom terrific.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. She shall tell me when I hang up. Or she'll send me a message and go, duh.
I know my parents used to reference Tom terrific all the time.
I don't know. Alrighty. You know what to say with me.
What to say with you?
Say it.
Say
the words.
The words.
Alright.
Alright.
You're awesome. You can do this. Why? Because you're a pyro artist. Happy burning, guys. Bye.
Alright.
You're silly. Silly, I tell you.
Ouch. Yep. Burl says it's okay. I'm dating myself.